Welcome to Reflect with Ed Fassio. Get ready to experience one of the world's first 100% digitally generated podcasts, where we take a step back, dive deep, and strive to learn new things. Join us as we unpack thought-provoking ideas, personal reflections, and inspiring stories to help you stay in the know. Reflect is brought to you by the minds at ByteBrain and powered by emerging technologies from Google, HeyGen, OpenAI, and 11 Labs. Thanks for tuning in. Now, relax and prepare to reflect.
Welcome to Reflect, one of the world's first 100% AI-generated podcasts. Today, we're going to be diving deep into something pretty wild.
Okay.
The rise of luxury trucks.
Oh, yeah.
It's a trend that's been turning heads and emptying wallets.
Yeah, definitely empty wallet.
And we're going to break down exactly why that is.
Sounds good.
So we're talking pickups with price tags that rival luxury cars, like six-figure pickups.
Oh, yeah. We're talking some serious cash here.
Yeah, so if you're even remotely curious about the truck market, or maybe you just love a good what the heck is going on moment,
Right.
you're in the right place. We've got data from sources like Motor Biscuit, Cars.com, Edmunds. We even looked at manufacturer specs to really get the full picture.
Yeah.
But to kick things off, I think we need to hit people with some hard numbers.
Yeah, let's lay it out there.
All right, so how about this? A fully loaded Ford F-450 Limited
Okay.
can cost you upwards of $104,000.
Wow. Yeah, that's getting up there.
$104,000 for a Ford truck. That's insane. We're talking Porsche territory here.
Yeah.
I mean, a Porsche 911 Carrera starts at $106,100.
I know, it's crazy, right? It's like, are we comparing apples to oranges anymore?
I don't even know. And it's not just Ford. The GMC Sierra 2500 HD Denali Ultimate, that's over $93,000.
Right.
I mean, you could practically get a Corvette Stingray for that kind of money.
Yeah, you could.
So clearly we're not talking about your grandpa's work truck anymore.
Yeah, no. These are totally different beasts.
Yeah, so what's going on here? Is this just inflation gone wild?
Well, inflation definitely plays a part, but it's more than that.
Yeah.
These trucks are packed with technology and luxury features that you used to only find in high-end cars.
Okay, so we're talking more than just like, a beefed up suspension and a heavy duty bedliner.
Yeah, way more. We're talking advanced driver assistance systems, like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, assist blind spot monitoring.
Oh, wow.
All that stuff that used to seem futuristic is becoming standard in these trucks.
Right.
And then there's the interiors. I mean, they're decked out with premium leather, massive touch screens for infotainment systems. Some of them even have massaging seats.
Hold on. Massaging seats in a truck.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
mean, that's wild. But isn't a huge part of a truck's appeal its capability, like its power and its ruggedness?
Absolutely, and that's another reason why the prices are going up.
Okay.
These new trucks are absolute beasts in terms of capability. Some models can tow over 30,000 pounds. And to do that, you need serious engineering, you need high-grade materials, and all of that adds to the cost.
Okay, so we've got the luxury features, we've got the increased capability.
Right.
But what about the elephant in the room? The electric truck revolution.
Well, yes, electrification. It's a game changer. And it definitely comes with a hefty price tag. I mean, look at the GMC Hummer EV Edition 1.
Yeah.
It's priced at a whopping $112,595. A lot of that cost is coming from the tri-motor electric system, which, by the way, generates an insane 1,000 horsepower.
1,000 horsepower. That's mind-blowing. And, even Tesla's Cybertruck, which isn't even widely available yet, the top-tier variant is priced near $100,000.
Yeah, it's a trend.
So it seems like electric trucks are just inherently pushing the price ceiling even higher.
They are.
And the crazy thing is people are actually buying them, even at these prices.
I know, it's wild.
So we've got luxury features, insane capability, this whole electric revolution, and then high demand on top of that.
Yeah.
But before anyone runs out to buy a new truck, don't we need to talk about the hidden costs?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That shiny new truck might look appealing, but there are a whole bunch of expenses lurking beneath the surface. Registration fees, taxes, fuel costs, and of course, maintenance.
Oh, yeah. Maintenance is a big one.
These things can add up quickly.
Yeah, and it can really impact the total cost of ownership.
Absolutely.
I mean, let's be real. Nobody buys a truck and thinks, sweet, I can't wait to spend a fortune on gas.
Nope, not at all. Especially with these heavy-duty engines, whether they're gas or diesel.
Yeah.
Fuel costs can really drain your wallet. And even if you go electric, you've got to factor in the cost of setting up a home charging station.
Okay, so fuel's a big one. What about maintenance? I'm guessing these high-tech trucks aren't exactly cheap to fix.
You guessed right. We're talking specialized parts, complex systems. It all adds up.
Yeah.
A simple oil change for a diesel engine could run you anywhere from like $150 to $250. And if you need new tires for these behemoths, get ready to shell out at least $1,500, if not more.
But that's more than I spend on rent.
Yeah.
So when you factor in all these hidden costs,
Right.
the registration, the taxes, the fuel, the maintenance, we're potentially looking at an extra, what, like $15,000 or more over a 10-year period?
Yeah, easily. And that's not even factoring in depreciation, which can be brutal for trucks, especially if they're used for heavy work.
Right, because unlike a luxury sports car, that might hold its value reasonably well.
Right.
A truck that's constantly hauling and towing that's going to depreciate a lot faster.
Exactly. A Porsche 911 might retain 60% of its value after 5 years, while a heavily used truck might drop to 40%. So the true cost of ownership over time is a crucial factor to consider when you're comparing trucks to luxury cars.
So I think we've painted a pretty clear picture here. These trucks are becoming incredibly luxurious and capable,
Yes,
but that comes at a steep price, both upfront and over the long haul.
exactly. So we've laid out this whole issue, right? Trucks becoming more and more like luxury vehicles with prices to match. But where does that leave people who need a truck for work? You know, not for showing off.
Right, not for posing.
Right.
Is there even space left in the market for just a simple, affordable work truck?
That's the big question, isn't it? Will manufacturers even recognize this gap and offer more, basic stripped down models?
Like a work truck special or something, like cranked windows, vinyl seats, just the bare essentials.
Yeah, exactly. It's possible. We've seen that kind of segmentation in other markets where you've got the luxury version alongside a more utilitarian one.
Yeah.
But even then, those basic models, they might still be more expensive than what people are used to.
Right, and that kind of leads into another potential outcome here, a surge in demand for used trucks.
Oh, absolutely. If new trucks are just out of reach for a lot of buyers,
Right.
then the used market could become even more competitive.
Oh, yeah.
And potentially drive up prices there, too.
So it's like this ripple effect, right? Like this trend toward luxury trucks.
Yeah.
It could impact the entire ecosystem,
Oh, yeah.
from dealerships to repair shops to parts suppliers.
Absolutely. And it's kind of fascinating to think about, how these changes in consumer demand and manufacturing priorities, they can have such a widespread impact on a whole industry.
Yeah. And maybe even on American culture itself, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like trucks have always been seen as this symbol of American ingenuity and hard work.
Right.
What happens if they become primarily luxury items?
That's a really good question. It definitely makes you think about the evolving relationship between, consumers and the vehicles they depend on.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, is this trend even sustainable in the long term? Will we see a pushback from buyers, or is this just the new normal?
I guess only time will tell.
Right.
But it's definitely something worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's bring it back to our listeners here for a sec.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways from all this?
Well, first and foremost, the price of heavy-duty trucks is skyrocketing. We're talking six-figure price tags, often surpassing the cost of luxury cars.
Crazy.
And it's not just about inflation. It's this combination of, advanced technology, increased capability, the move towards electric powertrains, and then strong consumer demand on top of all that.
And we can't forget about those hidden costs, right?
Oh, definitely not.
The registration fees, the fuel expenses, the maintenance costs.
All that stuff adds up.
It really does.
And it can significantly impact the total cost of ownership.
Absolutely. And I think maybe most importantly, this trend raises some serious questions about affordability and accessibility.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if trucks keep going down this road of becoming these luxury items, will they even still be within reach for the people who rely on them the most?
It's a good question.
It is something to think about.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the sticker shock, the hidden costs, and this potential upheaval in the truck market.
Right.
But what about the manufacturers themselves? Are they doing anything to address any of this?
Well, some manufacturers are starting to acknowledge the affordability issue.
Okay.
And they are, looking into ways to offer more value-oriented models.
Okay.
Which could involve, streamlining features, focusing on core functionality instead of all the bells and whistles.
But kind of like a back to basics approach.
Exactly. Less luxury, more practicality.
Makes sense.
At the end of the day, trucks are tools.
Right.
And for a lot of people, they need them to be workhorses, not luxury cruisers.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not just about the manufacturers, right? I mean, policymakers have a role to play here, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, could we see government incentives for, more fuel-efficient trucks? Or even subsidies for people to adopt electric trucks?
It's definitely possible. I mean, we've already seen similar initiatives for electric cars.
Yeah,
So it wouldn't be surprising to see those extended to trucks as well.
Right, especially with, the environmental impact that these big heavy-duty vehicles have.
Exactly. If we're serious about, reducing emissions and creating a more sustainable transportation system,
Right.
we need to make cleaner trucks more accessible.
For sure, for sure. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what are the key takeaways here for our listeners?
I think the biggest one is just to be aware of the true cost of ownership.
Okay.
Don't just focus on that sticker price. Factor in fuel maintenance, insurance, depreciation.
Right.
All of that stuff adds up so quickly.
It really does.
Yeah.
What else?
Do your research.
Yeah.
Compare different models, different brands. Think about your needs, your budget.
Right.
Don't get swayed by, flashy features that you might not even need.
Yeah, don't get caught up in all the bells and whistles if you don't actually need them.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to explore alternatives.
Like a used truck or something.
Yeah. A used truck might be a better option right now,
Yeah, that's true.
especially with how inflated the prices of new trucks are.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Or maybe even like a smaller, more fuel-efficient vehicle would actually suit your needs just fine.
Yeah.
The key is just to be informed and make a decision that really aligns with your own personal circumstances.
Your own needs, your own budget, all that good stuff.
Exactly. And remember, this is an evolving situation. Keep an eye on, industry trends, government policies, new technologies.
Yeah.
All of that can impact the truck market.
Right, because what's true today might not be true tomorrow.
Exactly.
It is a fascinating time to be following the automotive industry, for sure.
It is.
This isn't just about trucks, it's about the future of transportation as a whole.
Absolutely.
How we adapt to these changing economic and environmental realities we're facing.
It's a big moment.
It's a big moment. Well said.
Yeah.
So on that note, I think we're going to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks to everyone for listening. We hope you found this insightful and engaging and maybe even a little bit thought-provoking.
Yeah, we hope you learned something.
And as always, we encourage you to keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts, your insights, your own experiences with us. We're all in this together, right?
That's right.
All right, everyone, until next time, thanks for listening.